Before Christmas, I did a small clear out in my kitchen. You know how it goes. You open a cupboard, then another one, and suddenly you're holding things you haven't seen and touched in ages, thinking, why is it still here? I ended up with a few items I don't really use anymore. Not because there's anything wrong with them, they just stopped making sense for me. I put everything aside to take to a charity shop, and before I drop it off, I thought I'd rather go through the things properly here and talk about why they ended up leaving my kitchen. Maybe this will stop you from buying something similar and realizing later that it's not for you. Or maybe you look at one of those things and think actually it's exactly what I need. Let's go through it together. The first item is this stainless steel steamer that sits on the top of a pot. I barely used it. At some point it quietly joined the "I'll definitely use it one day" group. Mostly because I got some discounted vegetables that came in a plastic microwave steamer. The kind you expect to use once and then throw away. Except I didn't. I used it about 10 times. It was quicker, cheaper in terms of electricity, and just easier. Yes, it fits less food, but that worked for me, so this metal steamer slowly drifted to the background. Then sometime later I switched to an induction hob, and the pot this steamer goes with isn't compatible with it, which pretty much made the decision for me. Now I use a proper reusable microwave steamer that is simply more convenient. It's the one my hand reaches for automatically, and it usually says everything. I don't actually have any real complaints about this one. It's solid, it works, it does its job, and unlike in my microwave steamer, this one can cook for more people. So for a bigger family it makes perfect sense, just not for me anymore, so off to the charity shop. Next up is an egg slicer. I had exactly the same one when I was a kid, and I clearly remember slicing boiled eggs for salads using this one. I'm pretty sure that's exactly why I bought this. Pure nostalgia. In reality though, it's not very good. Yes, it slices eggs technically, but the egg gets stuck and it gets messy, and cleaning it is a bit of a pain. Washing it by hand is annoying, and the dishwasher doesn't really do a good job either. So to be honest, I don't even make those egg-based salads anymore at all. So between the awkward cleaning and the fact I simply don't cook those things it means for, this item doesn't really have a place in my kitchen now. It did its nostalgic job, but that's about it. So this one is going to the charity shop as well. Next up is the set of these tongs. This time from Shein, as far as I remember. They were listed as silicone and not even close. They're really uncomfortable to use, awkward to hold, awkward to control, and they feel strangely stiff. The only genuinely good thing about them is that they neatly stick inside each other for storage. That part actually works, everything else not that much. They're hard, and you really have to squeeze to grab anything properly. Using them feels like unnecessary effort for no reason. I wanted to return them, but Shein just refunded me, and I didn't ask for them back. I did try to use them a couple of times, mostly because I felt wrong to throw them away just straight away, even though I knew from the start that it's not something I really like. And unsurprisingly, the feeling was correct. Still, for some very specific use, for someone less picky than me, they might actually work. So once again, to a charity shop. Next up is a sandwich toaster. I found it in a charity shop, and honestly, I couldn't resist. I did use it occasionally, at best maybe once a month. Most of the time it just sat on the worktop and taking up the space. So until I put it away in a cupboard, just in case. And this just in case moment actually never came. I realized I make these cheese sandwiches different now. I wrap them in a baking paper and use the regular toaster. It's just quicker, simpler, and doesn't involve dragging out another appliance. After a year of not touching it once, it became pretty clear the thing isn't coming back out of my cupboard, so off it goes. Nice idea, nice find, just not something I really actually use anymore. The thing is technically meant for kebabs, not for sausages, but of course I decided to use it for sausages. With small sausages it actually works, in theory. In practice it's far too much effort, shredding it on and then washing it. It's much easier just to throw the sausages straight into the air fryer, then give it a little of shake halfway, and you will receive actually absolutely the same result. With bigger sausages, I had higher hopes. I thought I'd rather be able to fit more of them into the basket using these stands. Sadly, no. One end ends up right under the heating element and burns, while the other stays pale and confused. Kebabs aren't much better. If you skew one piece, then no point. If you skew several, they cook very unevenly. And if you load the skewer properly, the center of gravity shifts and the whole thing becomes unstable. Putting the basket in and taking out suddenly requires extreme care. One wrong move and everything tries to fall over. And yes, logically all of this was predictable. My brain was not braining at the moment. I should have warned me, but it didn't. So here we are. The only situation where I can actually see this being useful is holding something in place while cooking. For example, fixing a bacon on a potato or keeping a piece of meat in a specific position if you want to render fat from one side only. In theory, that could make sense. In practice, I'll let someone else explore this idea. Last one for today is this grill, and honestly, the story here is very similar to the sandwich toaster. I found it in a charity shop. The idea sounded good, and why not? Friends of ours had a similar one, and theirs was actually decent. This one though, not so much. If you cook meat on it, the juices are just ran straight off here, out on the worktop, which is not ideal, and the meat itself comes out quite tough. There might have been some kind of drip tray originally, but that's what I never found it. I did use it a few times. Got flatbread, kebab style things, just even that was pretty rare. And this one is much bigger than a sandwich toaster, so it went to the counter much faster. It got exiled back to the cupboard very quick, and once it was there, it became quite obvious it wasn't coming back out. Good idea in theory, just not a good fit for my kitchen. That's another moving on to a charity shop as well. So yes, these things didn't actually work out for me, but hopefully they'll make someone else much happier than they made me. The fact these items didn't earn a space in my kitchen doesn't mean all purchases are useless. Quite the opposite, actually. I often end up finding things that turn out to be genuinely great and become real favorites over time. These just weren't so I'm saying goodbye to them, wishing them well with their future owners. And for the useful finds and the ones I'm still not sure about yet, those will be in other videos. If you'd like to stick around, subscribe to the channel so you don't lose me. I'll happily keep you entertained with more adventures of someone who keeps buying questionable things, testing them on herself and then trying to make some sense out of it all. See you next time!